Today on the channel, we're back living that Legion life with the Deluxe Skeleton Army Builder Part 2.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mythic Legions unboxing and review. And today we're back at it with another skeleton. We got the Builder Part 2, but for all your Mythic Legion needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal out there. Check out all their Cosmic, Mythic Legions, and everything else under the sun over at jaystoysandgames.com. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And a skeleton, perfect for the spooky season. We're right in the midst of almost Halloween. So we got to get some of these horror things out there. And what is more horror-induced, more horror in your head than skeletons? That's what we think of with Halloween. And the Mythic Legions team has come out with this new skeleton a month ago, 2 months ago. What is time? Sold out pretty quickly, of course. So you're going to have to go to the aftermarket, at least as of right now for this one. But it will probably be back out. And we just heard, as I'm filming this, the Four Horsemen, of course, Mythic Legions, going to have a deluxe pack of like 4 of these skeletons you can buy. So check out their socials, all that kind of stuff. So there is more opportunities to get skeletons. You got to think we'll see different colors, different washes. Got to get the most out of your molds. And skeletons, they sell across a lot of different lines. So there's people that jump into the Mythic Legions for these skeletons to put with other toys if they want to. So always good, always versatile to have a skeleton in your collection. And there he is, a very white skeleton, a big head on him. I do feel like the proportion-wise. Maybe that's just me. Mythic Legions logo down below. Typical Legions package. Little emblem on the side. Skeleton Legion Builder Part 2 is what it says. And we're going to read this, see what's going on here. There is no legion in mythos more terrifying than the skeletons of Necronomus. Warriors summoned from the grave to blindly fight under the banner of the Lord of Death. Oftentimes against their former friends and factions, they are a perversion of all that is good in the realm. These undead soldiers cannot be killed, for they are already dead. Only the complete destruction of their skeletal body will stop their advance. And trying to reason with these terrors is futile. Death is all they know. Death is what they are. And that really sums up a skeleton a little bit. On the back, we got War and Peace back here. I'll read the first paragraph, and then I'll leave the rest to you. You guys can pause the video. Since the very beginning of the Mythic Legions line, the skeletons have been some of our most popular figures. When Mythic Legions made its debut at our Toy Apocalypse show in 2014, skeletons were a prominent part of that display, as they were when we launched the Kickstarter for the first Mythic Legions wave in early 15. So, of course, they love their skeletons. They know there's money in skeletons, and at the end of the day, it's not a non-profit. They're here to make money, so they're going to get those skeletons out best they can, I am sure. And like I said, Army Builder as well. I ended up picking up 2 of these for my collection. Figured 2's better than 1. See you later, Spider-Man style. Off to the side, a gentle see you later, goodbye. And we get the old plastic prison here. We're ready to go with the old Skeleton Builder. I'm going to take him offline, get everything out of the baggies, ready to go. We'll be back talking all things skeletons. All right, we got the skeleton out of the package. Let's kick it off. Let's start with the accessories as we usually do. We'll mix it up a little bit. We're going to start with the little shield. Got a little shield here. Of course, got the attachment to put on the shield so he can hold it. Always interesting, a skeleton ready to shield itself, I guess. But it looks like something from the Bronze Age, and I don't know what that really means, but it sounds smart, doesn't it? But it is kind of a bronze color throughout. Got a little turquoise patina on it a little bit. Looks like it's been aged. Looks like this guy was buried with it, and he was risen from the dead and brought his old tool of the trade with him. So a nice little shield there. You got to have that. And then, of course, you got to have a weapon of some kind. I don't see these guys firing guns, so makes sense they might have a sword on them. Of course, a nice silver blade going on. Kind of a bronzish gold handle down here as well. Very ornate, and once again, just like the shield, I think he was killed with it and said, you know what, I'm going to just hang on to that in burial. And we also got a big old spear here. Of course, he can spear people if he wants to. And it looks like they even got a little colored blood on the end of the spear here. That looks pretty cool, all things considered. And a black handle down there. He's a spear. He's ready to go. And like I said, I bought 2 of these. So you put both of them with a shield. give them different hands. You put one with the spear, one with the sword. You make them feel as different as you possibly can. That's the rules over here. Then we get the old bandolier over the top. You can use it. You don't have to use it. You can store some weapons back here. You can put that over the top of him. Maybe I'll put one on one, not on the other. Choose your own adventure there. But a skeleton, we get that with everything. Skeletons and everything else from the Legions line, as we know. But we should dive into the hands right here. We get 2 gripping hands out of the package, so we're ready to grip it and rip it right there. We do get 2 more gripping hands right here, and it looks like, yep, you get the up and down hinge and the side to side hinge. So you get to really choose your own hinge adventure. That's how deep this one ends up going there. You do got the 2 what you gonna do, brother hands. What you gonna do when the skeleton comes for you? Very cool for the skeleton. It feels like your time has come. It's like you could turn this guy into the Grim Reaper if you wanted to. Put a cloak on him. You could have this guy with a big old scythe or whatever, and all of a sudden you got a Grim Reaper figure. So that's a possibility for this. Customizers, of course, running wild in the Mythic Legions community. I'm sure somebody's probably already done that already. And then we've got 2 more gripping hands over here, and one's a side to side, one's up and down hinge once again. Is this not the exact same hands? No, I guess they are different. There you go. Matches up, of course, makes sense there. But now we're going to dive into the skeleton here. This is their new improved skeleton body, and I will say he feels chunkier and feels thicker and less brittle, maybe? I don't know if that. He's like a young peanut brittle is what he's like right here, but he is a skeleton through and through. Got a white, I almost said skin tone, skeleton tone to him, bone tone. Oh, shout out to the bone tone all day. But then he's got the dirty wash over the top because this is a skeleton that's seen some things. He's decayed. He's got some grime. He's got some dirt on him. That's the way he should be. Big old cranium on him here. And of course, I always say it with any skeleton figure, you got to have the movable jaw. It's so key to personality for skeletons. We do have that right here. You got the cracks in the skull as well that we're used to with these. Looking very, very cool. He's got those crazy eyes back there. It almost looks like worms and stuff. Kind of like the Fulci zombie movie. It almost looks like the cover of the zombie movie is what it reminds me of. Probably not the case, but very, very cool head sculpt. All day long, you know this is a skeleton. Then you got the spinal cord attached right here all the way down the back. Looking very nice. You got those holes in the back so you can plug in the armor. As I said, mix and match your parts between other legions. A lot of people do that. I don't really do that too much, but you could if you wanted to. Getting down to the arms, of course, you got a bony arm looking like a dead skeleton is what it looks like. You got the hole in between there on the forearm looking very nice. You got some dings, you got some dents in there. It's a skeleton that's seen some things, as we said. Big old rib cage looking very nice. Getting down to the pelvis, all the way down to the big legs here, and then, of course, the ankles. It's a skeleton. I keep saying it, but that's exactly what it is. His arms do go all the way around. Oh, my gosh. Very tight joints. And, of course, that little note in all the figures does say, hey, I'm stuck in a factory, let me out. But on the flip side of that, it does say make sure you warm up the joints on your figures. So want to do that. Buyer beware, user beware, whatever you want to call it. Single jointed elbows. You get the side to side here. Hands back and forth, side to side. Hands, of course, removable. Head back and forth, side to side, up and down. Head removable. Big old jaw articulation looking very cool right there. You do get waist articulation. And then, of course, the legs will go up. They go all the way out. Look at that flexibility on that skeleton. Oh, my. Leg does bend at the knee. You get the side to side, back and forth, up and down at the ankle, back and forth at the ankle. Big old holes in the feet, so he should fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%, as I always say. What do you know? Fits right there on a stand. Looking good. Looking like a skeleton. Ready for the Halloween season. You can put him in a Halloween display. You can put him on your action figure shelf. You could do whatever you want with him. A very, very versatile figure, as you can imagine. Even if you're not living that Legion life, you can dive in for this for other properties if you want to. Very, very easily. And like I said, there's a 4-pack on the way sooner rather than later. I don't think, unfortunately, it ships till next year. I think I did read that. Pre-order's going up this month, but it doesn't ship till like February or something. So, beats the purpose for Halloween, unfortunately. But we did just unbox another skeleton last week, so I figured perfect time to compare. Obviously, we got some yellow skeleton tone on this one here. Wouldn't be shocked to see these in different colors. We're already seeing it with that box set. I could see them doing neon ones, too, in the future. Maybe a hot pink one or green and bright yellow, just because you can get a lot of mileage out of something like this. So would not be shocked to see that in the future. We'll see what happens. But what happens with you and your collection? What's your thoughts on this new skeleton? Is it for you? Are you all in? I should grab one of those boss fight skeletons. I will do that for the glamour shots. You can kind of see the difference between those. I know a lot of people collect skeletons. I think that's the only other skeletons I really have in my collection outside of the Skeletors of the world and stuff. But as far as unnamed skeletons, I do got those in my collection, so we can do some comparisons to those as well. But for what it is, I like it a whole lot. Be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon. Of course, early access to both YouTube channel videos. Tons of content over there every single day. Appreciate the support over on Patreon. Don't forget ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Of course, social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for a Mythic Legion skeleton, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.